Doof, 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 doof.
We're live.
All right.
From demo to drop.
Yeah.
Welcome to Dope or Nope, the biggest weekly demo drop on the planet. Every Thursday, we bring you never-before-heard demos dropped off by new and accomplished artists and producers. Then, we offer our feedback to help songs reach their full potential. This is Dope or Nope. Now, your hosts, Nick Dietrich from the Disco Fries, 30-plus year dance radio programmer John J.B. McDaniel, radio host and social media guru Raquel Goldie, VP of Dim Mock Records Lauren Padman, and 30-plus year music promoter Hess. It's time for Dope or Nope.
I forgot we got it. Well, we're getting the new one next week. So, did he say president in the new one, John?
Sure. Close enough.
I can make that happen. It hasn't happened yet.
Okay. All right. Or just president. You don't even have to say Dimmock. Just
How's it
president.
going, everybody?
What's up, everyone?
How we doing?
Thank you for joining Dope or Nope. Almost
Yeah.
3 o'clock. Look, we did it again. How'd you like that little video with Asher today? I thought that was kind of fun.
Nice.
I didn't even get
I
to
don't
see
know if
it.
you saw-
I just saw the screenshot, but I didn't get to watch it.
Oh shit, it was funny. I had him do a whole
See it
thing
after the
about
show.
Dope or Nope intro. It was super fun. What's up, Parkin?
Oh.
Thanks for joining. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
you
super
bet.
fun.
I'll be on the
check it
radio.
out.
Yeah, you guys doing all right?
Doing wonderful.
Really good.
Awesome. I'm excited for this week's demos. I think we're going to kind of trim it back just a little bit timing-wise because we have, well, Lauren, you got to jump soon, so that's
Yeah,
more
I'd like
of
to hear
a-
a couple of demos before I go, though, if I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Why don't we start with one? This first one is by Peter Summers, and this is called By My Side on Dope or Nope. What's up, Rimnez? That is Peter Summers with, in case you didn't notice, By My Side. Lauren,
Nice
would you
vibe.
like to do that one first?
Yeah, sure. I really liked this for a couple of reasons. Apart from the fact that the overall vibe and feeling is very funky and fun, the synths are a really unusual sound. It actually made me turn them up and have a really close listen to what that sound is, which is good because it feels original. It feels different. It doesn't feel copy and paste. So I really loved that part a lot, I have to say. The only feedback that I have is that it feels, when the drop's not happening and everything's going on and it's all pumping, it feels a little empty. It feels like there's space, especially in that breakdown where the stabs were being made and then there's nothing until the next lot. It felt like
right
that's
here.
a perfect opportunity for a big counter melody. Yeah, this part, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can't just like you can't let this like ride. It feels like it should be dum ba-dum bum bum bum, and then dun 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 bum ba-dum bum bum bum, like some other kind of like dun 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 dun, like those kinds of call response counter melodies. That's really what it needs, that, or it's space for another vocal or a rapper or a different hype vocal or some other instrument. But that's a really open opportunity that currently feels underproduced because it's not finished yet. But what is there, I wouldn't change any of it. So that would be a bell for me. Really great.
Oh, that's an explosion, but you get a bell too.
Whoa.
An exploding bell.
Holy
Hey, a little
shit.
warning on that. I have
Damn,
I
yeah,
have my stuff turned up way loud. That was
Yeah, same.
whoa.
My bad.
Yeah, everything's fine, guys. Everything's fine. Great. Four people outside my office going, is everything okay in here?
Yeah. Just blowing shit up.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, nice. Nick, I'm interested to hear your take on
I'm gonna
this.
co-sign that bell with a second bell. Is that volume okay?
Volume's good.
Loud? All right, cool. Yeah, mix was great. At first I wanted a bit longer of a build into that first drop. It felt like it took me by surprise. It was a little abrupt, but for the sake of the show, I thought the edit was perfect. We got just the vibe. But then when you came out of the drop, like Lauren said, I was like, what's happening? There's nothing here. Is there a hook? Is there a verse vocal? Is there something else that you can get in there? So I would definitely encourage you to do that. But otherwise, really dope. Love the summer vibe. Timeless sound set here that always works 10 years from now, or it would have worked 10 years ago. So that's super cool. Nice work.
Exactly. Nice. JB?
Yeah, I think this is a super strong way to start off the show. I would give it a bell as well if there's a bell this week. Again, but maybe not Nick. All right, thanks, Nick. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it feels like it could have come out 10 years ago, or it feels like it could come out 10 years in the future, and it would still be a really, compelling song. So I really liked it, and I'm available to do the rap if you want to do the rap. So.
Oh. Whoa, nice.
He becomes
Bring it.
MC Dizzle.
That's right.
That's
Exactly.
awesome. Mick Dizzy Diz.
Oh boy.
Thanks, John. I really, so I agree with you guys that I'm going to do a bell, but I kind of was waiting for a song in there. I was like, this whole thing is a build up to like, there's a big song in there, right? Somewhere.
Yeah.
So this track as right now, totally cool. It gets a bell. But I think there's a lot more, right? I think to deconstruct some of the pieces in this like first section around 45 where he uses that sample, and it's complex, and it's like, it's just this close to being redundant to me. But as it is right now, I love it. I really think, though, that there's more. I think some of that can be stripped back, and that maybe that counter melody or what you were talking about in that section, that could be a very long intro to what I think could be a really great song. I think if there was a song written on top of this or for it with the track, it's such a fun track, then I think it would last even longer, right? And so while you do create, it's a happy vibe, and you can create some memories with that, I think it's still the lyric that ties it down into like never leaving your brain, right? Into one of those things, if it's the right song. But that's where my head was leading. I was like, where's the song? Where's the vocal? So love it though. Peter Summers, thanks for sending that over. That's version 5. So great, Jake, getting that done. Hey, last week, did we do the Duchess Graveyard? Did we do that one? Do you remember?
I don't have any notes on it.
Oh, cool. Thanks, John. So here we go. This is the Duchess, and this is called Graveyard, right here on Dope or Nope. Quick shout out to Armin van Buren on Instagram.
Yo.
White shirt with a secret
soon as that came in, I'm like, yep, we did this one. Because she sent two, so I didn't bold it out, so I didn't remember which one I did.
My bad. I realized I didn't take notes last show. So
I have no notes.
there's every other week.
I don't have any notes.
Let me just jump in and tell you, because I didn't hear it last show, I can give you like a fresh opinion on it before I have to go, because I have now 5 artists at DIMAC here, all doing basically like lining up outside here. There's a photo shoot, there's a video, and there's stuff going on. So I got to roll. But this record is super fun. I really, really liked it. I love that growling kind of bass line without it sounding electro.
Agreed.
Beats were great. It was inoffensive. There was no part of it which felt ear fatiguing musically. And the vocal felt really nice and quite memorable, and I quite liked the melody on Graveyard. And I didn't really feel anything specifically wrong with this song. I was just trying to like type a text message in the background to feel what it feels like when you're hearing something and you're driving or you're distracted, to sort of see if it catches me. And the whole time I'm like, this is really nice. It's got a really great bass line to it that's not overly complicated or played out. It felt really good. This is a bell for me, and I really like it. I encourage it. I think it's a really great record. It's a good song that could do club play, but it could also be a really nice streaming record, or even like a driving, cruising night rider kind of record. I really like it a lot.
Nice. Thanks, Lauren. Yeah. LA based, by the way.
Oh,
nice
great. What's the artist name? Sorry.
The Duchess. Duchess.
Duchess.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I know the Duchess. Yeah. I'm sure we've been talking about a deal a long time ago. I do remember that, actually.
Yeah. Nice.
Anyway, that's great. Really great record.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Well, El Presidente.
Apologies, but I wanted to come on and say hi to everybody.
Yeah, and, thank you, man.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I still exist. Yeah.
He's out in these streets.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks so much.
Super, man. Have a great day. Appreciate it, man. All right, man. See ya.
I'm actually sending this record to a buddy who's working on a movie based in a graveyard. So maybe a little sync opportunity.
Wow.
Hey.
I also think, back to GGL on this too. Global Gaming.
I mean, all day. All day.
That's a game track, if I ever heard one. All right. Up next, Bad Monkey. And we're going to stay with the sort of graveyard theme. And this is called Lucifer.
I lost. There we are. We're back.
Oh, wait. Did I get
We had a block missing, but now we're reorganized.
Here we are on Dope or Nope with Lucifer.
Graveyard, Lucifer, dark show today.
Where are we going?
I've been waiting all my life to taste the fire of your desire, burning in hell like the devil. Lucifer, please get me out.
aptly named. I will say that. That's Lucifer by Bad Monkey. Wow. I really like those
What's
stabs.
that?
Those are really interesting sounds. What's this? This is the Lucifer dance part right here. Dances right.
Inside the prison of you, every darkness.
If there were an evil version of Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, I feel like this would be one of the scenes. Really good though. Can I'd like a bell, please?
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I really like the musicality of this. Like these stabs, I really have never heard anything like this on the show or maybe anywhere else. Really, the way that was used. Nick, have you?
No, there's something about the vocal and the verse parts I really like, but then the drop for me just didn't hit. Like I like the melody, but maybe something about the sound. I don't know. I got to listen to this off stream louder with like the full balance so I can
Right.
decipher
In the big
a little.
speakers.
Yeah.
Totally.
I like
agree.
the vibe though. The vibe is cool.
Yeah, it's really neat, but like really, like dark, but not like morbid. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Still approachable,
Super neat, though.
just like on the
Right.
on the fringe of dark.
I don't feel like
Sell
I'm gonna
my
get
soul.
stabbed. I'm not going to get stabbed, but also, yeah, Spawn, you're right. That's very. Do you think that's sort of like a gaming kind of thing? I see a scene around that.
Yeah, it had to feel like that. Can I get a bell,
Yeah.
Nick?
You could get a bell.
And as thank you.
You get a
just
bell.
for me.
You get
yeah.
a bell. Sorry, I went off there.
Yeah, that was fun. Really nice, nice feel to that one. You don't
Pretty
feel
cool, right?
songs like that often.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as I said, I would sell my soul for it because it's Lucifer. Sorry, I can't.
By the
help
way,
it.
in the however many years I was speaking to you at radio, these are the jokes that would happen all the time. There was always a title joke
love
in there
that.
somewhere. You know, there was always a title joke in there somewhere.
The wheels are always turning.
There's always going. So, wow, that's pretty good. So, Nick, was that your final? Any improvements? I mean, what do you see?
I need to re-listen to it. That said, I really like that halftime section at the end. I feel like that sound design was the coolest out of the whole record. But I will go back, Bad Monkey, and re-listen. I promise.
Nice one.
Nice. Okay. Super cool. What else we got here? This is called Hear Me Now, and this is by Arland, who's always a favorite here. And this is Dope or Nope.
Won't you set me free? Let my scars open. Same old memories. I'm bound to be broken again. I can't take this any longer. I just need some clarity. Keep my eyes wide shut and maybe I can bring you back to me. Can you hear me now? Nothing is silence. Let me feel you now. Give me ultraviolence. Can you hear me now? Nothing is silence. Let me feel you I can hardly breathe, swimming in your waters. Won't you come
Just wanna hear
back
this
to
one
me?
part
'Cause nothing else matters. I can't take this any longer. I just need need some clarity. Keep my eyes wide shut, and maybe I can bring you back to me. Can you hear me now?
That is Arlind, Arlind, and that's called Hear Me Now on Dope or Nope. John, would you like to go first?
I guess. I mean, what can you say about this song? It sounded really refreshing and, just really a nice, clean sounding song. I like the vocals a lot. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would play this record on the radio if I still had a radio station to program. So.
Well, there you
That's
go.
a lot.
It does sound like the kind of record that we would do that. So.
Right.
I was actively listening and then passively listening, and once I was passively listening, I was like, I love this record. I think it's awesome.
There it is.
Yeah,
I
I
today.
think there's always things that, maybe you could tweak this, and this could come down a dB, and this could get beefed up, but
Right.
putting all that aside, I just think it's a really well-constructed dance record, and it feels good.
Mm-hmm.
And at first I was like, this vocal could be more interesting. There could be more to it. But I think for the function that it has, it's perfect. And this could function as a peak hour record if framed the right way, but it's also perfect for an opener if they want to play in this style. Like, it doesn't go too hard.
Yeah, I mean, I could hear a remix for some other part of the night, but as a on the air thing, I hear this as on the air.
It's friendly.
I agree with you,
It
John.
is. Yeah.
And it's like the vocal is just, I was thinking the same thing. Like, can the vocal be like stronger? Can we move into like Nuala or Hala or, somewhere around there, or Paige, something like that. But it does get there. I think it just went in the hook. I was thinking that the fullness of some of the vocals that we're used to that are very popular right now would really kind of expand, and maybe that's in the mix or whatever. But yeah, I'd like to give it a bell too. Really, really nice.
Awesome.
Arlind rarely disappoints, or really doesn't. You know what I mean? He always brings one in.
They turn in the good stuff.
Right, the good stuff.
There we
Super
go.
cool. So that is Hear Me Now by Arlind. Thank you for sending that. Up next is Remnez with Illusions on Dope or Nope.
Become alive, free fall, losing control. Feel high, follow the light. Tonight, I don't need no therapy. Music's here for me. I feel it in my bones. We're just humans, can't you see? Let yourself be free, let your body flow. Take my hand, I won't let go. I got a solution, we're just an illusion. Let your body feel the flow. I got a solution, we're just an illusion. Let your body feel the flow. I got a solution, we're just an illusion.
Good.
Love that sound.
No therapy, music's here for me. I feel it in my bones. We're just humans, can't you see? Let yourself be free, let your body flow. Take my hand, I won't let go. I got a solution, we're just an illusion.
I'm gonna move it up just 1 second.
Body feel the solution, we're just an
A bell, please.
I'll co-sign that.
Yeah. Wow. Was I just transformed? Did I just leave like the State of Trance stage or something? What the hell just happened? That was really good. Like, do you know that beat that like, like, I feel like that's something I hear a lot when I'm on stage there. You know?
I really like that main sound. It's so weird and cool.
Yeah. This thing right here, right?
Yeah.
And that
It's
little synth in the background.
But it's not aggressive on your ears. Like it sits nice, but it's obviously an aggressive sound.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
That's hard to do. It's very hard to
Yeah.
do.
Well, you know, like what that would sound like super loud, right? And those big banks of speakers hanging from the.
Sanity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
you
done.
feel that one. Who was that again?
That was Rimnes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Totally different.
There you
band.
go.
It was. Nice one.
Really, really nice.
Yeah, I don't think
John?
I've ever heard a song like that before. Honestly, like when those aggressive sounds came in, I was like, "What is going on? What's happening here?" And then as it just kept going, I was just like, "Oh, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah."
Yeah.
So it took me a minute to, I guess, figure out what it was all about, but ultimately, I think it's well done. And like I said, I've never heard another song like that before. So nice one. I'll make it the trifecta and give it a bell as well.
There it is.
Hey,
And thanks for submitting it, man. Wow. And keep up the good work.
Right?
3 bells. Rimnes,
Three
clip that,
bells.
post that, and tag us.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Thanks
Don't
for
forget
sending
to
that
tag
too,
us.
man. Once again, that's Rimnes, Rimnes, Illusion. All right, we're down to the last one. I don't know what happened here. We went through those pretty
Flew
quickly.
through 'em.
That's fine. That's fine. Hey, yeah. Before we go any further, hold on. This is probably going to be loud. Oh no. Nick, anything going on? New releases? What are you working on? Let's cover that real quick.
Plenty of stuff coming. Just dropped a remix of Sad Boys' Worst Day Ever. Pat from
Oh
last
yeah, that's really
year,
good, by the way.
Martin on
Really,
that
really
one.
good.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Starting to move on Spotify quite a bit. We've got a record called Green Light coming out on Revealed. It'll be our first release on Revealed. We've done a lot with Hardwell over the
Oh, wow.
years.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
you.
congrats.
Worked with him with Fat Man Scoop and ran into him in
Yeah.
Miami, and he said he was super psyched about the record, which is always nice to hear from anybody, but especially from Hardwell.
Sure.
Got that coming up, and this weekend we're playing a festival in upstate New York at Lake George. So heading up there tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so nice.
yeah. I've never been up
That's
there.
awesome. I hope
I
the
mean,
weather.
I've been up there, but not to Lake
Yeah.
George.
Right. Lake George is gorgeous. I hope you have good weather because it's really beautiful.
Might need to leave a couple hours earlier then.
Yeah, I would definitely leave some time to just kind of buzz around there. Awesome. That's great. John, what are you working on?
What am I working on? What am I not working on? There just seems to be a lot of things just sort of happening. There are, songs that I'm trying to work to radio that are, it's kind of like a rolling thing. So I had a couple last month, but I've added another one this month, and now they're all going. So it's like I'm trying to, keep the plate spinning, as it were. So
Right.
yeah, things are going good. They're busy in the best way. So.
Oh, that's great. I
Love
think Brian at Evolution added one of the things you're working on this. Was it this week or last week?
Yeah, this week, actually. It's funny. They sent out the little thing that said what the ads were, and it wasn't there. And then I'm like, it's not here. What's going on? Maybe he's just testing it or something. And then I got another email like 5 minutes later that said corrected. And then it was there as one of the ads.
Nice.
So,
Is that
That's
for
awesome.
next week? Is that for next week when it goes in?
well, it's already started playing. So I'm not exactly sure of how his timeline
Oh, okay.
works.
So
but
yeah. All right. Perfect. That was probably
But yeah.
for Monday. Yeah. That's great. Congratulations on that. And
Yeah,
continued
thanks.
success.
Congrats, man. That's big.
Yeah. That's the Joe Bermudez, Jenna Dre song called Haley's Comet.
Yeah. Super good, man. I really like that.
Pretty fun. Mhm.
I'm working on a couple of things. We have a Robin Schultz that I hope to be messing around with very soon with Nervo and
Ooh,
Copy
I
called
love
Freaking
Robin.
Out. A cheat code is coming up on 5:30. One of my favorite records that I'm not working yet is Tony Romero. Really cool track on Tool Room. And it's like, when I heard it the first time, I'm like, I don't know if the vocals are quite sitting right, and I don't know. And then like fourth time, I was like, hold on, this is like modern day freestyle. And for those of you not old enough or whoever heard of freestyle, very, very, very big in the U.S. Northeast Corridor, Miami, San Francisco, Bay Area, and San Jose, like
Miami.
massive. A lot of groups came out of that during that time. It was like, what, 90s?
Still selling out, by the way. All those
What?
shows. They're still selling out.
Expose, Coro, Stevie B,
Lil Susie, Cynthia,
Lil
Johnny
Susie,
O,
Cynthia, yeah, all of them. Right?
Lizette
Still doing it.
Melendez. I could go on.
Yeah. But it's like, it's that kind of vocal, but on like a super cool track of like today sounding. So kind of digging that a lot. Got a brand new Paul Oakenfold hitting on next Friday, Alina Leon on Friday. Super cool track. Stash Koenig coming on Liftoff.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah,
Psyched
really
up,
good track on that. It's been a minute for him. Zella coming out tomorrow. So, yeah, a lot of fun things. Really excited about it. But let's get... Oh, and my favorite, of course, playing in the background, Nadia Ali. A track that she produced herself is sort of like a breakbeat kind of vibe. It's called Neverland, coming out next Wednesday.
Yeah, it's
which
got a
I won't
nice
be
sound
taking
to it.
radio, but yeah, super cool vibe. But our last and certainly not least, Barkin and Slay J, if I'm saying that right. And this is called Embrace on Dope or Nope.
Let's go.
Or let's go with an advertisement first, and then, yeah.
So few songs start with spoken word like that.
Yeah, exactly. So, because I just really hate to pay, I'm not paying you, SoundCloud. So, I guess we'll have to refresh
If they
that
sponsored
page.
the show, we would change that. You know?
Yeah, of course. And here we go.
Energy is my embrace. In the dark, you are my chase.
That would be
Your
great, wouldn't it?
energy is my embrace.
It's actually an idea.
In the dark, you are my chase. I feel like I'm in a haze. Clever dance to hide my face. This ecstasy takes me away. Faded, are you down to play? Play. Your energy is my embrace. In the dark, you are my chase. Your energy is my embrace. Your energy is your energy is my embrace. Your energy is my embrace.
I'm going to move it up a tiny
In
bit.
the dark, you are my chase. Your energy is my embrace. Your energy is my embrace. Your energy is my embrace.
All right, that is Embrace by Barkin and Slay J. Barkin, welcome back, man. I feel like it's been a really long time since you dropped one off here at Dope or Nope, but thanks for dropping this one off. Nick, you want to
Love
hit
a
it?
good Barkin record. I love
Yes,
it.
sir.
He's consistent. Mix on this sounded terrific. Who was the artist again besides Barkin?
Slay J, SLAYJAY.
Nice. I want to hear this drop again. Can you turn it up?
Yep.
Oh, and
It's a little like kind of acidy, but not.
yeah, this is where I'm giving this. I
Oh.
love it. He does such a great job, like keeping a consistent like house groove on his records. That's kind of clean, and then
Yeah.
he just throws this on top.
Yeah, it's like this
Like,
weird.
You got a
It's like
nice, perfectly set up table, and then you drop like, I'm sorry, George, you drop like a fat steak on it.
No apologies needed.
I'm just painting the picture of how awesome.
Yeah, no.
this is.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I would go with tofu, but that's me.
You drop a fat tofu. That's even sloppier.
Yeah, really nice.
Steak would be good. too.
Exactly. It's like this like faux acid thing, right? I kind of like that. Super cool.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but it's really good. It's electro-y, it's housey, it's definitely not it's another record that's not like rooted in like a right now sound, so you don't run the risk if you don't release it for 6 months to a year of like, being stuck to like a time period.
Yeah, sure.
So,
yeah,
nice work, man.
A lot of energy too. Yeah, absolutely. John?
Yeah, I was just going to say, it sort of just like you were saying, Nick, it sort of strikes out on its own, and kind of there's just so many like fun sounds in this record. I would love to hear this in some like on a bigger sound system, because I think it would really kick. So yeah, I mean, what can you say? You're barking up the right tree.
Barking up the right tree.
I love it. Thank you so much for submitting that. Bell, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the things that everyone else said with a bell, please. Do we have any cows this week? Are we out of cows?
Do we? There we go.
Oh.
Yes. There it is. Had to have
Got
one
the
cow.
cow too. Everything
steak.
and the farm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I gotta get some
So-
baby chickens or something on here.
Yeah, we got it. Maybe I think there should be a rooster. The rooster should be like the
Rooster, that's a good one.
right. That will be like the record of the week would be a rooster.
I love that idea.
Right.
Love that.
Cool.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
find that shortly.
No doubt.
This is
Well, there it
happening.
is. We did them all. That's it for Dope or Nope this week. We've gone through all the demos. So much appreciated, everyone, for sending them in. And there it is.
There you go.
We're live. All right, sweet.
All
The
right.
Roosters
We're
days.
good.
It's saved
have-
in the bank of sounds now.
We
And we're there.
threw if there were kitchen sink and farming, it just happened. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Right here.
All right,
on
cool.
Dope or Nope.
So, thank you everyone for joining us again. We'll be back in 2 weeks for there aren't any real women out here, but anyone watching who's a mom, enjoy your Mother's Day on Sunday.
yeah.
And you guys, what do you got? Nick, you're traveling. John, are you doing anything this weekend? You taking some more flower pictures or walks? Or what's going on?
Well, I'll certainly be taking some kind of walks. The weather has turned here in the Pacific Northwest, so it's full on spring. Things are popping out of the ground. So
That's great.
Probably get out with my dog. My mom passed away in 2018, so I won't be doing Mother's Day, but
Right.
we'll figure out something to do to celebrate her life. So
Yeah, absolutely. I think you do that every day, right?
yeah, well,
All right. I'm here doing Mother's Day stuff on Sunday. I'm very excited. The kids are pumped to have a good time. And don't forget to hug someone you love. Join us in 2 weeks at 3 p.m. EST on Thursday. And tell someone today
forget-
that you... Yeah?
I was just
Go.
going to say, don't forget to submit your demos. We were kind of short on demos this time. In fact, a
We were
couple
a
of
little
them
bit.
that were submitted turned out to have broken
Yeah.
links. So
I
make
got
sure
Matt
that
Fryer.
you're...
Yeah. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Well, so dopeornopemusic.com, correct?
There it is.
Yep.
That's the one.
Is that where it is? Okay.
Yeah, Matt
So
Fryer
do
and
that.
Boogie Hill Faders. Those were dead links for some reason.
All right. So resubmit them and we'll get to them in 2 weeks. In the meantime, if you're going to share parts of the show, where we're reviewing your songs and stuff, make sure to tag us all so that we can repost it, help grow the show, grow the audience. And if you know artists that are making music that could benefit from some, advice from some people who are somewhat accomplished in this business, feel free to tell them about Dope or Nope. Let's get this thing off the ground.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you guys. Have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe. Talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.